kids are playing. It's been tough. I have my younger brother here. They call him Matumani or Benzema. Others call him Lewandowski. I don't remember him playing football. Okay, these are the corners. These are the corners. Oh, I still have a lot of work to do here, but I'm happy because at least the ground level is done. The foundation. Look at that. Rome was not built in one day. Of course, there is some flaws there and there. Of course, there are some flaws there and there. But the brother tried. Let's look inside. Let's look inside. Doesn't look bad, huh? Still have to do the floor here. Buy more cement. See, there is that fence was extra. They call it safe. These are the pieces after I'm done with cutting. Of course, there are minor mistakes there and there, but I'm happy. The job is done. Worked alone. Didn't hire people. My brother just came to help where he can. Matumani. Shame tried to clean outside there. Try to hold where I was asking him to. Can I rush up on no? Oh, look at the sun. It's a wrap. When you go ring it, I'm a two man. Nothing. Okay. All right, no problem. Okay, sharp hands, ne? All right. All right, now that you saw the video, let me say some few things. You know, because it was very difficult to get to the stage where I am right now, whereby I can go there alone and do what I do. And there is a reason why I decided to work there alone, simply because of sometimes you must suffer so that the things that you want to do can come true. Sometimes you need to do things by yourself, not to go there, hire people, and hope things will run smooth. You know, there are ways that, you know, ancestors or our angels do things. Sometimes when you have a dream, like I had a dream that I must go back home and, you know, build a house for my mom and everything, you know, people look at those kind of things like, ah man, why do you have to go and do this and that, you know? But dreams are the angel, you know, language of the ancestors. And I respected that, and I went back home to do that simply because of it was very important, you know, for me to build that house for mom, because we buried mom to that village, and it doesn't look good for me to drive from Joburg, go home, maybe with my friends or maybe with my child, only to go to my grandmother's house and hope I'll get a room there to sleep. Because mostly when it comes to, you know, Easter, when it comes to, you know, Christmas times, you know, people go home. And You don't want those kind of things whereby you know exactly that you buried your parent to that village and you still don't have a place whereby you can be comfortable, you can be free. And as an older brother, I have 5 siblings, they don't see what I see. They think everything is still fine, but we cannot rely on our uncle's, place or our grandmother's place forever. So it is very much important to have a house to a place where we buried her, my mom. Because I have another house, it's at another village, and I don't feel good going to another village and, waking up in the morning, have to drive to the other village so that you can see, where we buried mom. I know it's a subject that others, they look at it and they're like, oh man, let the dead be the dead, all these type of things. I don't believe in ancestors and so and so. Yes, I understand what you're saying. This is going to be part 1 and part 2 video, because I want to speak about some deep stuff. Now, ancestors or angels, sometimes they will never bless you until you grow up, until you show them that you are matured enough and you understand things differently, and you can take a project or you can take a step whereby you don't even know how you're going to continue with the step, and you believe in God that he will make a way for you. Because it's not about how am I going to do that, how am I going to build a house from the scratch. It's not about that. It's about what God can do, what God can do, what he can put out there so that certain things can happen. I realize that sometimes you dream about achieving good things, you dream about this, you dream about that, but if you don't show your ancestors or your angels that you are willing to grow, certain gifts or certain blessings cannot be unlocked, because you are still in the same space whereby the blessing that they want to give you, it is so big in a way that you cannot handle it if they give you when you are still on a certain space. I'm saying this because after I received that dream, after I saw the dream, I started to act. I started to go, to where I work so that I can get a pay slip. I went to the bank where I can get a personal loan, and things start opening. Things started, happening for me. And once I took trips and I go there and I arrive at home and I start doing what I'm doing, it really opened my eyes, because, that process, it made me grow in a level whereby I never thought I can be in that space, simply because of even the neighbors, even people who were my mom's age, who were my mom's friends, who were older than mom, they came to me and they started to speak wisdom to me. They were like saying, what you are doing is amazing, what you are doing is great. You can't sell your mom's land. What you're doing is... Here is the thing. Let me sit this way. Sometimes you'll never know how much people are banking on you to do something good until you see yourself in that space whereby you realize how big is what you're doing. There were people who showed up to me. Of course, they were complaining about beard. Like, oh my God, look at your beard. But one thing they were saying, which was in common, was saying your mom will be proud of you for what you are doing, for making sure that you're taking care of your 5 siblings. And the most important thing is to give them a home. A place that they can proudly say, this is my mom's home. Of course, the brother is building that. And by doing that, I have seen my siblings wanting to be useful, wanting to do things in a way that I can see that they are trying their best so that we can work as a team. The 15-year-old, she was also helping whereby we were cleaning the land. And I just want to say this, guys. Sometimes you will never know how great you are, and you'll never know how people are waiting for you to do certain things, to do certain moves, so that they can all feel appreciated. Because my 15-year-old, younger sister, of course, she was dealing with a lot. And my 20-year-old brother also, they call him Matumani there, they call him, Lewandowski, and others they call him Benzema. I was saying, I don't remember seeing him playing football. Now they gave me the answer, and they said no, it's because of he's very good with these games online, where they're busy playing football with their smartphones, and that's why they gave him those nicknames, because he's using like Lewandowski a lot and Benzema, and he's winning like the tournaments when they're playing online. I used to play the Dream League. You see the FIFA 2020, it's always there, whereby people are like playing football. I just wanted to have a video where I can just share some stuff, because I remember when I was talking about my dreams and nightmares and the trip that I took home to start building my mama house. It was just something that even people on YouTube, they were like, man, why are you going deep and talking about these things, this and that? We have to speak about these things, because we have so many people whereby, they lose their parents, and in most cases, they have to grow up in their grandmother's house. And we all know the beef and the fights between the uncles and the aunties. And speaking about that, the main reason why I'm like talking about this is because of, it reminds me one day when I was at home. I was on my way back to Johannesburg. The taxis were finished at the taxi rank. I remember that. And I went to the hiking spot.